In my restless dreams, I see that town, Silent Hill.
In the shadowy realm of survivor horror, few titles loom as large or provoke as much introspection as Silent Hill 2. Released in 2001 by Konami, this psychological horror masterpiece is a testament to the medium's ability to delve into the deepest recesses of the human psyche. As we embark on this journey through the fog-clouded streets of Silent Hill, we are drawn into a narrative rich with symbolism, emotion, and existential dread. At its core, Silent Hill 2 is a story of personal torment and redemption. We follow the journey of James Sunderland, a man hunted by the specter of his deceased wife, Mary, who beckons him to the enigmatic town of Silent Hill. What unfolds is not just a tale of survival against grotesque creatures and malevolent forces, but a profound exploration of guilt, grief, and the blurred lines between reality and nightmare. In this video essay, we will delve deep into the murky depths of Silent Hill 2, dissecting its themes, unraveling its mysteries, and covering the brilliance of its design. Join us as we confront our fears and confront the darkness that lurks within both the game and ourselves. Welcome to Silent Hill.
I got a letter. The name on the envelope said, Mary. My wife's name. It's ridiculous. Couldn't possibly be true. That's what I keep telling myself. A dead person can't write a letter. Mary died of that damn disease 3 years ago. So then, why am I looking for her? Our special place. What could she mean? This whole town was our special place. Does she mean the park on the lake? We spent the whole day there. Just the two of us, staring at the water. Could Mary really be there? Is she really alive? Waiting for me?
In the fog-laden streets of Silent Hill, the characters that inhabit this twisted realm not merely figments of imagination, but they are conduits for the game's profound exploration of the human condition. Each character in Silent Hill 2 is a vessel for emotion, trauma, and the haunting specters of their past. At the heart of our journey is James Sunderland, our protagonist. Tormented by the death of his wife Mary, James is a complex figure, wrestling with guilt, longing, and a desperate search for redemption. His descent into the depths of Silent Hill mirrors his internal turmoil as he grapples with the demons that hunt his soul. Joining James on his harrowing odyssey is Laura, a girl who seems way out of place in the desolate town. Her innocence and defiance stand in stark contrast to the darkness that surrounds her, serving as a glimmer of hope amidst the despair. Yet, beneath her seemingly carefree demeanor lies a deeper complexity, as Laura becomes entwined in the webs of secrets and lies that shroud Silent Hill, particularly between James and his wife Mary. Also present is Maria, a mysterious woman bearing a striking resemblance to Mary. Her presence adds another layer of intrigue in James's journey, blurring the lines between reality and illusion. Maria's nature and ambiguous motives challenge James' perceptions and force him to confront uncomfortable truths about himself and his past. Additionally, Angela Orozco, a young woman consumed by her trauma, embodies the game's exploration of abuse, suffering, and the fracturing of the self. Then there's Eddie Dombrowski, a volatile and disturbed individual whose presence serves as a stark reminder of the darkness that lurks within us all. And looming over them is Pyramid Head, a grotesque manifestation of James's guilt and desire for punishment. With his imposing presence and relentless pursuit, Pyramid Head serves as both a physical threat and a symbol of the psychological trauma that grips our protagonist. As we journey deeper into the heart of Silent Hill, we will unravel the complexities of these characters, peel back the layers of their trauma, and uncover the profound truths that lie beneath their haunted exteriors. In the fog of Silent Hill, nothing is as it seems, and the characters that inhabit this world are no exception. And in Silent Hill 2, the fog-shrouded town becomes more than just a setting. It serves as a canvas upon which the game's profound themes and symbolism are painted. Let's delve into the major themes of guilt, grief, and redemption and explore the symbolic elements that enrich the experience. Guilt. Guilt permeates every corner of Silent Hill, manifesting itself in both explicit and subtle ways. James Sunderland's journey is a testament to the weight of guilt and the lengths to which one would go to atone for past sins. His relentless pursuit of redemption, fueled by his perceived responsibility for Mary's death, drives the narrative forward. The haunting presence of Pyramid Head serves as a physical manifestation of James's guilt, a relentless force that stalks him throughout the game. Grief. Grief hangs heavy in the air of Silent Hill, casting a pall over its inhabitants and permeating the very fabric of the town. James's guilt over Mary's death is palpable, driving him to seek solace and closure in the mysterious town. Each encounter with the other characters, from Angela's tortured past to Eddie's violent outbursts, serves as a reminder of the universal experience of loss and in myriad ways in which people cope with their pain. Redemption. Redemption lies at the heart of James's journey as he navigates the twisted streets of Silent Hill in search of absolution. His encounters with the other characters force him to confront his demons and come to terms with his actions. Whether he ultimately finds redemption or succumbs to the darkness within him is left to her interpretation, adding layers of complexity to the narrative. Symbolism. The fog that blankets Silent Hill serves as a potent symbol of the character's psychological fog, obscuring the truth and distorting reality. It also represents the ambiguous and uncertainty that permeate the game's narrative, leaving players to navigate the murky depths and draw their conclusions. The monsters that inhabit Silent Hill are not just creatures of nightmare, they are reflections of the character's innermost fears and desires, from the twisted visage of Pyramid Head to the grotesque forms of the nurses and lying figures. Each monster serves as a symbolic representation of the psychological torment that grips the protagonist. Locations within Silent Hill are laden with symbolism, from the decaying buildings of the town to the oppressive darkness of the otherworld. Each environment reflects the character's inner turmoil and serves as a stage for their struggles to play out. In Silent Hill 2, themes of guilt, grief, and redemption intertwine with rich symbolism to create a haunting and immersive experience. As players navigate the fog-shrouded streets of Silent Hill, they are drawn into a world where the line between reality and nightmare blurs, and the true nature of the human psyche is laid bare. Staying on the train of symbolism, let's break down some of the monsters in Silent Hill 2 and how they tie into the game's themes. lying figures. Lying figures are humanoid creatures that crawl on the ground, covered in bandages and emitting disturbing sounds. They represent James's repressed memories and the lies he tells himself to cope with his guilt. Their hunched, crawling posture suggests a sense of shame and concealment, mirroring James's attempt to bury his past. Mannequins. Mannequins are featureless humanoid figures that often appear in unsettled poses throughout the game. They represent James's objectification of women and his distorted perceptions of sexuality. Their presence evokes feelings of unease and disconnection, reflecting James's discomfort with intimacy and desire. Pyramid Head. Pyramid Head is arguably the most iconic and enigmatic creature in the game. He represents James Sunderland's guilt and desire for punishment. His towering figure, adorned with a pyramid-shaped helmet, embodies James' subconscious need to atone for his perceived sins, particularly his role in Mary's death. Pyramid Head's relentless pursuit of James throughout the game serves as a constant reminder of the guilt that haunts him. The Bobblehead Nurses. The nurses in Silent Hill 2 are grotesque manifestations of illness, decay, and James' conflicted emotions regarding Mary's illness and death. Their twitching movements and perceived appearances reflect the suffering and decay that permeate the town of Silent Hill. Additionally, their sexualized imagery may also tie into James's feelings of desire and guilt surrounding Mary's illness.
A letter from Mary.
Huh?
I want to go get it. Is that okay?
Yes, yes.
Come on, hurry up.
Is it in there?
Yeah, in the back.
What are you doing, Laura?
It's further back, in the desk.
Laura! What are you doing?
I tricked you.
Flesh Lip. Flesh Lip is a grotesque creature encountered in the game's later stages, resembling a distorted humanoid figure with a massive fleshly growth covering its head. This creature symbolizes James Sunderland's inner turmoil and descent into madness. Its repulsive appearance and erratic behavior reflect the grotesque nature in James' psyche as he grapples with his guilt and delusions.
Daddy, please don't!
Abstract Daddy. Abstract Daddy, also known as Doorman in certain interpretation, is the grotesque and disturbing creature encountered in the game. It represents Angela's traumatic experiences with abuse and violence. It's twisted and entwined forms of suggest themes of entrapment, suffocation, and the horrors of domestic violence.
Mary?
Wrong again.
Mary's dead. You killed her.
Maria? Maria, I'm done with you.
What do you mean? But I can be yours. I'll be here for you forever. And I'll never yell at you or make you feel bad. That's what you wanted.
Now I understand. The problem is, you're not Mary.
No, James. I won't let you. I'll never let you have your Mary back.
The final boss encounter with Mary is a pivotal moment in the game, representing James's ultimate confrontation with his past inner demons. This manifestation of Mary, through resembling his deceased wife, is a twisted and monstrous version of her. Reflecting James's distorted memories and conflicted emotions, the battle against Mary forces James to face the truth of his actions and accept the responsibility for her role in his death. It symbolizes James's final struggle for redemption and his journey towards self-awareness and acceptance. Each of these monsters in Silent Hill 2 symbolizes the game's themes of guilt, grief, and redemption. They embody the psychological torment and inner demons that plague the protagonist, reflecting their fears, traumas, and desires in unsettling and visceral ways. As players confront these creatures, they are forced to confront the darkness within themselves and grapple with the deeper meaning hidden beneath the surface of the game. These additional monsters, Fleshlip and the Mary Boss, further deepen the thematic exploration of guilt, grief, and redemption in Silent Hill 2. They serve as powerful symbols of James's inner turmoil and the psychological horrors that plague him as he navigates the nightmarish world of Silent Hill. James Sunderland. James Sunderland is a central protagonist of Silent Hill 2. Driven by his quest to find his deceased wife, Mary, in the mysterious town of Silent Hill, his motivations are deeply intertwined with feelings of guilt, longing, as he grapples with the unresolved issues surrounding Mary's death. James's background reveals a troubled marriage, overshadowed by Mary's terminal illness, which left him feeling helpless and ultimately consumed by guilt after her passing. James serves as a vessel for exploring the game's themes of guilt, grief, and redemption. His journey through Silent Hill is a psychological odyssey where he confronts his demons, and seeks absolution for his perceived sins. His interactions with other characters, as well as his encounters with the town's nightmarish manifestations, reflect his inner turmoil and the complexities of his mental and emotional state.
Excuse me,
Oh, I'm sorry. I
No,
was
it's
just...
okay. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm kind of lost.
Lost?
Angela Orozco. Angela Orozco is a young woman encountered by James during his journey through Silent Hill. She is portrayed as deeply troubled, haunted by a traumatic past involving abuse and violence. Angela's motivations are rooted in her desire to escape her past and find solace through her journey is fraught by inner conflict and despair. Her background reveals a history of familial abuse and trauma, particularly from her father, which has left her emotionally scarred and struggling to cope with her pain. Angela embodies the themes of abuse, suffering, and the fracturing of the self in Silent Hill 2. Her interactions with James and other characters shed light on the persuasive nature of trauma and how it shapes one's perception of reality. Angela's story serves as a stark reminder of the devastating impact of abuse and the complexities of healing from psychological wounds. Eddie Dabrowski. Eddie Dabrowski is a disturbed individual encountered by James Sunderland in Silent Hill. Eddie's motivations stem from his own inner turmoil and feelings of inadequacy, which manifests in violent and erratic behavior. His background suggests a history of bullying and social alienation, leading to a deep-seated resentment towards others and a propensity for violence. Eddie serves as a reflection of the darker aspects of human nature, including aggression, insecurity, and the consequences of unchecked rage. His interactions with James and other characters highlight a destructive potential of unresolved trauma and how it can manifest in harmful behavior. Eddie's story underscores a persuasive nature of suffering and the complexity of addressing underlying psychological issues.
Ow!
Ha ha.
Hey, wait!
Damn it.
Laura?
Huh? You know my name?
Eddie told me.
That big fat blabbermouth.
How do you know about Mary?
What's the big deal?
Why can't you just tell me?
You gonna yell at me if I don't?
No, I won't.
Laura. Laura is a young girl encountered by James Sunderland in Silent Hill. Seemingly unaffected by the town's horrors, her motivations are initially unclear, though her presence catalyzes James's introspection and self-discovery. Laura's background is revealed to be intertwined with Mary's, adding layers of complexity to her character and her relationship with James. Laura represents innocence and hope amidst of darkness in Silent Hill. Her interactions with James challenge his perceptions and force him to confront uncomfortable truths about himself and his past. Laura's presence serves as a reminder of the possibility of redemption and healing, even in the face of overwhelming despair. Her role in the narrative highlights the themes of innocence, resilience, and the capacity for change.
Mary? No, you're not.
Do I look like your girlfriend?
No, my late wife. I can't believe it. You could be her twin. Your face, your voice, just your hair and clothes are different.
My name is Maria.
Maria. Maria is a mysterious woman who bears a striking resemblance to James Sunderland's deceased wife, Mary. Her motivations are initially enigmatic, though her presence in Silent Hill suggests a deeper connection to James's past and inner turmoil. Maria's background is intertwined with the town's dark secrets, adding layers of complexity to her character and her relationship with James. Maria embodies the themes of illusion, desire, and the blurred lines between reality and fantasy. Her interactions with James challenge his perceptions and force him to confront uncomfortable truths about himself and his relationship with Mary. Maria's role in the narrative catalyzes James' introspection and self-discovery, ultimately leading him toward a deeper understanding of his psyche and the nature of his guilt. Pyramid Head. Pyramid Head is a recurring antagonist in Silent Hill 2, characterized by his imposing stature and eerie presence. While Pyramid Head's exact motivations are shrouded in misery, he is often interpreted as a manifestation of James's guilt and self-punishment. His appearances throughout the game serve to torment James and challenge his resolve, pushing him to confront his darkest fears and confront the truth of his actions. Pyramid Head is a symbolic representation of James's inner demons and the psychological torment that grips him. His relentless pursuit of James mirrors the protagonist's own self-destructive tendencies and desire for punishment. As a physical embodiment of guilt and remorse, Pyramid Head serves as a powerful metaphor for the consequences of one's actions and the internal struggles that accompany them. In Silent Hill 2, James Sunderland, Angela Roscoe, Eddie Dombrowski, Laura, Maria, and Pyramid Head each play integral roles in shaping the narrative and exploring the game's thematic depth. Through their interactions and experiences, they offer profound insights into the human psyche of the complexities of guilt, grief, and redemption. In the future, I plan to individually dive even further to each individual character.
You're alive! Maria, I thought that thing killed you. Are you hurt bad?
Not at all, silly.
Maria? That thing, it stabbed you. There was blood everywhere.
Stabbed me? What do you mean?
It chased us to the elevator, and then...
James, what are you talking about?
Just before! Don't you remember?
The pseudo-non-linear narrative of Silent Hill 2 is characterized by its fragmented structure, where the story unfolds through a series of disjointed events and revelations. Instead of presenting a straightforward progression from beginning to end, the game interweaves past and present, reality and illusion to create a complex and multi-layered narrative experience. Players are often presented with cryptic clues and symbolic imagery that hint at the protagonist's troubled past and mysteries of Silent Hill. These fragments of information are scattered throughout the game world, requiring players to piece them together to gain a deeper understanding of the story and its characters. By employing this fragmented narrative structure, Silent Hill 2 immerses players in the protagonist's psychological journey, mirroring his fragmented psyche. As players navigate the fog-shrouded streets of Silent Hill, they are forced to confront their uncertainties and anxieties, mirroring the protagonist's struggles to make sense of his past and place in the world. Central to the non-linear storytelling of Silent Hill 2 is the element of exploration and discovery. Players are encouraged to explore every nook and cranny of the game world, uncovering hidden clues and unraveling the mysteries that lie beneath the surface. Throughout their journey, players encounter a variety of locations, characters, and objects that contribute to the overarching narrative. Each discovery adds another piece to the puzzle, gradually revealing the truth behind the protagonist's motivations and the events that led him to Silent Hill. This sense of exploration and discovery is heightened by the game's atmospheric presentation and immersive environments. The fog-shrouded streets, dilapidated buildings, and eerie soundscape create a sense of unease and tension, driving players to delve deeper into the mysteries of the town. One of the strengths of storytelling in Silent Hill 2 is its emphasis on player agency and interpretation. Players are given the freedom to explore the game world at their own pace, uncovering the story's secrets in their own way. The game's multiple endings further enhance the sense of player agency, allowing players to shape the outcome of the narrative based on their choices and actions throughout the game. Each ending offers a different perspective on the story and its characters, encouraging players to replay the game multiple times to uncover all of its secrets. Additionally, the open-ended nature of the narrative invites players to interpret the events of the game in their way, leading to a variety of theories and interpretations. This ambiguity adds depth and nuance to the storytelling, encouraging players to engage with the game on a deeper level and to draw conclusions about its themes and messages. Overall, the non-linear storytelling of Silent Hill 2 is a masterful example of how video games can create immersive and engaging narrative experiences by employing a fragmented structure, encouraging exploration and discovery, and emphasizing player agency and interpretation. The game invites players to actively participate in the protagonist's psychological journey, leading to a deeper understanding of its themes and characters. In the world of Silent Hill 2, the journey doesn't end when the credits roll. Instead, it branches into multiple paths, each leading to a unique conclusion. As players navigate the fog-laden streets to unravel the mysteries of the town, they are confronted with choices that shape the fate of the protagonist, James Sunderland, and other inhabitants of Silent Hill, more or less. Silent Hill 2 offers players a range of endings, each varying in tone and significance. These endings are determined by the player's choices and actions throughout the game, leading to a diverse array of outcomes for the protagonist and other characters. Some endings may offer moments of catharsis and redemption, where the protagonist finds closure and resolution in their inner turmoil. Others may lead to darker, more ambiguous conclusions, leaving players with lingering questions and uncertainty about the character's fates. The use of multiple endings adds significant replay value to Silent Hill 2. Players are encouraged to explore different paths and make different decisions in subsequent playthroughs to uncover the full breadth of the narrative. Each ending provides unique insights to the protagonist's psyche and the overarching themes of guilt, grief, and redemption. By experiencing multiple endings, players gain deeper understanding of the story and its characters, enriching the overall gameplay experience. Importantly, the multiple endings in Silent Hill 2 are not just superficial variations of the same outcome. Instead, they serve as a reflection of the protagonist's internal struggles and the consequences of his actions throughout the game. Players are prompted to consider the moral implications of their choices and the ultimate fate of the characters. Each ending carries weight and significance, adding layers of depth and nuance to the storytelling and inviting players to engage with the game on a deeper level. Leave ending. James leaves Silent Hill with Laura seemingly free from the town's influence. This ending suggests a possibility for redemption and a fresh start for the protagonist. Maria. James reunites with Ramira, who miraculously survives his ordeal in Silent Hill. However, it's hinted that their happiness may be short-lived as Maria's health deteriorates once again.
Now I understand the real reason I came to this town. I wonder, what was I afraid of? Without you, Mary, I've got nothing. Now we can be together.
In water. James, consumed by guilt and unable to bear the weight of his own actions, drowns himself into Luca Lake. This ending reflects James's ultimate descent into despair and self-destruction. Rebirth. James discovers a mysterious rebirth ritual and chooses to undergo it, hoping to start anew. This ending suggests a possibility for transformation and redemption, albeit through questionable means. Dog ending. A humorous and surreal ending where a dog controls the events of the game, revealing that the entire ordeal was orchestrated by a mischievous canine. UFO ending. A bizarre ending where aliens arrive in Silent Hill, revealing the town's supernatural occurrences to be a part of an extraterrestrial experiment. These endings offer a range of outcomes for James Sunderland and the other characters in Silent Hill 2. Reflecting the game's themes of guilt, grief, and redemption, each ending provides unique insights into the protagonist's psyche and the consequences of his actions, prompting players to consider the moral implications of their choices throughout the game. In summary, the multiple endings in Silent Hill 2 contribute to the game's narrative complexity and thematic depth. They offer players a variety of outcomes to explore, adding replay value and encouraging deeper engagement with the story and its characters. Importantly, the endings serve as a reflection of the protagonist's inner turmoil and the consequences of his actions, prompting players to ponder the moral implications of their choices and the ultimate fate of the characters. In Silent Hill 2, sound design and music play a pivotal role in crafting an immersive and chilling atmosphere that draws players into the nightmarish world of the game. Let's delve into the significance of sound design and music and highlight some notable tracks and sound effects. The sound design in Silent Hill 2 is masterfully executed to evoke a sense of dread, unease, and suspense. From the haunting moans of distant creatures to oppressive silence of deserted streets, every sound contributes to the atmosphere of psychological horror that permeates the game. Ambient sounds such as creaking floorboards, dripping water, and distant footsteps adds layers of immersion, heightening the player's sense of isolation and vulnerability. These subtle yet effective audio cues contribute to the overall sense of unease and tension that defines the Silent Hill experience. The main theme of Silent Hill 2, composed by Akira Yamaoka, sets the tone for the entire game with its eerie melody and haunting vocals. This iconic track captures the essence of Silent Hill's allure, serving as a motif that recurs throughout the game. Tracks like Promise, Reprise, and Theme of Laura, which is one of my favorites, invoke a sense of melancholy and longing, reflecting the protagonist's emotional journey and the themes of guilt and grief that define the narrative. Sound effects, such as a staticky radio that emits bursts of noise in the presence of nearby monsters, add a layer of tension and urgency to gameplay. The unsettling sound of scraping metal heard when Pyramid Head makes its ominous appearance instills a sense of dread and impending danger.
How do you know about that? Aren't you Maria?
Silent Hill 2 features a haunting and evocative musical score composed by the renowned Japanese musician Akira Yamaoka. Yamaoka's work on Silent Hill series is widely celebrated for its atmospheric depth, emotional resonance, and innovative blending of musical genres. Yamaoka's approach to the music in Silent Hill 2 is characterized by his use of unconventional instrumentation, experimental techniques, and atmospheric soundscapes to create a sense of unease and tension. His compositions often feature a fusion of industrial rock, ambient, and electronical elements reflecting the game's themes of psychological horror and existential dread. Beyond his work on Silent Hill 2, Yamaoka's contributions to the series have had a lasting impact on the video game music as a whole. His innovative approach to composition and sound design has influenced countless composers and left an indelible mark on the genre of horror gaming. In addition to Yamaoka's contributions, Silent Hill 2 also features vocal tracks by Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, who provides ethereal and haunting vocals that complement the game's atmospheric score. Together, Yamaoka and McGlynn create a musical tapestry that heightens the emotional impact of Silent Hill 2 and immerses players in its dark and foreboding world. Overall, the music stands as a testament to the power of video game soundtracks to evoke emotion, set atmosphere, and enhance gameplay. Akira Yamaoka's innovative compositions and Mary Elizabeth McGlynn's haunting vocals combine to create a truly unforgettable auditory experience that continues to resonate with players long after they left the foggy streets of Silent Hill behind. Sound design and music work in tandem to create a deeply immersive and emotionally resonant experience. Through the use of atmospheric soundscapes, haunting melodies, and chilling sound effects, the game captivates players and plunges them into a world of psychological horror unlike any other. Silent Hill 2 employs lighting as a powerful tool to create atmosphere and evoke mood. The game's environments are often bathed in darkness and only sparse sources of light illuminate fog-shrouded streets and dilapidated buildings. Shadows loom ominously, casting eerie silhouettes and obscuring threats lurking in the darkness. The use of lighting enhances feelings of isolation, vulnerability, and unease as players navigate the shadowy corridors of Silent Hill, never knowing what horrors might lie out of sight. The use of fixed camera angles in Silent Hill enhances a sense of claustrophobia and disorientation experienced by players. Perspectives shift dramatically as players move through the environment, framing scenes in ways that obscure visibility and heighten tension. These unconventional camera angles disrupt traditional notions of spatial awareness, leaving players feeling vulnerable and exposed to unseen threats. By controlling the player's perspective, The game manipulates emotions and heightens psychological horror of the experience. The creatures of Silent Hill 2 are grotesque and nightmarish, reflecting the psychological turmoil of the game's protagonist, from the twisted forms of Pyramid Head and the nurses to the unsettling abominations encountered in the other world. Each creature is a manifestation of inner demons and suppressed traumas. The creature design in Silent Hill 2 is characterized by a blend of biological and mechanical elements, evoking a sense of body horror and existential dread. Their distorted forms and unsettling movements unsettle players, challenging their perceptions of reality and blurring the line between sanity and madness. Collectively, the visual elements of Silent Hill 2 contribute to its overarching sense of psychological horror. The interplay of light and shadow, coupled with dynamic camera angles and grotesque creature designs, creates an atmosphere of existential dread and foreboding by immersing players in a world where reality is warped and nightmares lurk around every corner. The game taps into primal fears and anxieties, leaving a lasting impression of those who dare to brave its foggy depths. In Silent Hill 2, the visual design serves as a potent tool for evoking emotion, settling atmosphere, and enhancing gameplay. Through its masterful use of lighting, camera angles, and creature design, the game plunges players into a world of psychological horror unlike any other, where the line between reality and nightmare is blurred, and the true terror lies within the depths of the human psyche. Silent Hill 2 is widely regarded as a landmark title in the survivor horror genre, setting new standards for atmospheric storytelling, psychological horror, and immersive gameplay. Its innovative approach to narrative character development and environmental design has had a profound influence on later titles in the genre. The game's emphasis on psychological horror, existential dread, and narrative ambiguity has inspired countless developers to explore similar things in their work. Its pseudo-nonlinear storytelling, multiple endings, and emphasis on player agency has become hallmarks of the genre, influencing subsequent titles such as Amnesia: The Dark Descent, Dead Space, and Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. Despite being released over 2 decades ago, Silent Hill 2 continues to resonate with players and critics alike, earning a reputation as one of the greatest video games of all time. Its richly layered narrative, complex characters, and haunting atmosphere has cemented its status as a timeless classic. The game's exploration of themes such as guilt, grief, and redemption has struck a chord with players, sparking discussions and interpretations that continue to evolve to this day. Its enduring legacy has reflected in the passionate fan base that continues to celebrate its achievements and dissect its mysteries, keeping the spirit of Silent Hill alive through fan art, fan fiction, and community events. From a critical perspective, Silent Hill 2 is consistently praised for its innovative storytelling, atmospheric design, and psychological depth. It has received numerous accolades and awards over the years, solidifying its status as a masterpiece of interactive storytelling and a testament to the power of video games as an art form. In summary, Silent Hill 2 stands as a sentimental title in the survivor horror genre, whose influence can be felt in countless games that follow. Its continued resonance with players and critics attests to its enduring legacy as a work of art that transcends its medium, leaving an indelible mark on the landscape of video game storytelling. In conclusion, Silent Hill 2 stands as a monumental achievement in video game storytelling, setting new standards for atmospheric horror, psychological depth, and narrative innovation. Throughout this essay, we've explored the game's multifaceted approach to storytelling, from its complex characters and the non-linear narrative to its haunting sound design and atmospheric visual design. We've delved into the game's thematic exploration of guilt, grief, and redemption, as well as its influence on the survivor horror genre as its continued resonance with players and critics alike. Silent Hill 2 continues to captivate players and inspire developers, its legacy enduring as a timeless classic that transcends its medium. Its exploration of the human psyche and the existential horrors of Silent Hill continues to resonate with audiences, sparking discussions and interpretations that deepen our understanding of its themes and messages. As we reflect on the enduring significance of Silent Hill 2, we're reminded that the power of video games to provoke thought, evoke emotion, and leave a lasting impact on those who dare brave its foggy depths. Thanks for joining me on this journey to Silent Hill 2. It's been an incredible experience diving into the depths of this iconic game, especially as someone who's experienced it for the first time. I hope you enjoy this essay style video, as I certainly had a blast creating it. Silent Hill 2 really is a wild ride. From the atmosphere, the characters, and the thought-provoking themes, it definitely makes it a standout in the world of survivor horror. And for me, delving into the game has only fueled my passion for exploring more titles in the genre. Looking ahead, I am excited to continue delving into the worlds of Silent Hill, Resident Evil, and other horror classics, and some modern titles from indie devs, particularly those with fixed or dynamic camera angles. These games hold a special place in my heart. I can't wait to share more content inspired by them. Stay tuned for more videos exploring the twisted corridors of survivor horror, where every shadow hides a secret and every corner holds a new nightmare. And as always, thank you for your support. It means the world to me. Until next time, stay safe, keep gaming.
You'd better do something about